Today's video is going to be a little weird. I decided I wanted to go with something that I've actually been wanting to do for a long time, but tried not to do because I thought it would just be too tedious or take too long, because normally I draw anime and, well, I'm still going to be drawing anime here, but I found a way to do a sort of realism, sort of like realistic looking character. You can tell what they look like in real life, but they're still anime in a sense, and they're still very cartoony, because I didn't want it to take a long time. I'm going to be trying to draw Kawaii Chan from Aphmau's channel, only in a more realistic way, because someone told me in the comments once, and I was really wanting to do this, but I never actually got around to doing it. They said they wanted to see Aphmau characters, but what they'd look like if they were human, or if they were just actually real people in real life. And I thought that was a really cool idea, and I thought that would be so much fun to try and figure out what they would look like. But I decided never to do it because I was scared that I wouldn't be able to do it. You see, when I draw realism, I used to draw realism a lot a few years back, and I used to do it all the time because that's what, like I told you guys before, I thought that was what real art was, so I would practice it all the time, but it's really not my passion, and it's not something I enjoy doing very much, so I kind of gave it up entirely. But I still do enjoy it in a sense, like if it's very like stylized or very like weird version of realism, like it looks like real people but in a cool style. I really like that, and I still love drawing that sort of way. So that's what I decided to go with, because normally when I draw realism, back when I did it a few years ago, it would take me a long time to do it because it's a very tedious thing to do. I had a few drawings where I wasn't like mad at like how it came out. I was like, oh well, it came out okay, it doesn't look that bad. And I was kind of happy with how it was going, but I gave up realism because it just wasn't my passion and I did not enjoy it. Even if I wasn't terrible at it, I didn't enjoy it at all, so I just decided to quit altogether and just do anime and do what I enjoyed, and that's why I don't really draw it anymore. But for this, I wanted to bring a little bit of the realism into it, but I also wanted to keep what I enjoy doing, which is anime, stylized art, anything that's really easy and more simple to do for me, and something that also well, I do it all the time, so of course it's more simple because I practice it like 24/7, so it's way more simple. When I do realism, it was really tedious work. Like I said, it was just like doing the same thing, trying to copy down a picture, and I was always struggling with that and didn't enjoy it because it didn't take me any imagination. And for me, I love imagination. I love being crazy and doing something that's weird or different. So when I do realism, I want to implement that, where I can just make up things or do strange things. And that's what I did here, as you can tell. And when I made her a human, I wanted to keep that aspect. Turning her into a human, though, it was interesting because I wasn't entirely sure what she would look like. At first, you probably noticed there's a lot of skips in this video. There's a lot of skips even through the coloring part. It's because I drew this, like, I was going to draw it all in one go, but it was more around, like, my brother's birthday and, like, Thanksgiving week and all that. So I was really busy, and I didn't draw it all in one go. I drew it, like, every once in a while. I would draw for, like, 15 minutes and then stop and leave, and I'd forget to record half of it. And sometimes I'd pause the recording and then forget to restart it and stuff like that. So I don't have half of the footage I would if I actually did it all in one go, which that's normally what I do. Though this drawing did not take me long. This drawing actually took me faster than most of my anime drawings. It took me like maybe an hour to 2 hours to draw this. So it wasn't difficult to like do it. It didn't take a long time. So I like this style, and I do like the idea of doing realism, but in this sort of way. So you can tell what they look like in person, but they're not realistic, if you know what I mean. They're anime, but in a realistic sort of way. I don't know if that makes any sense. When I was trying to turn her to human, the first thing I thought was, oh, well, I should give her normal ears and not cat ears, and maybe give her like a cat ear hat, because I thought, well, that would be more realistic and she'd look like what she'd look like in person. But I thought, well, you know what, that's not really that fun, so I'm just going to give her some ears, like cat ears, and just be like, well, she still looks like she would if she was human. I mean, it could be a hat. I just hid her ears behind her hair in case she really did have human ears, but I wanted to give her the cat ears just because I thought that would make her look like her a lot more. I wasn't sure about like what race she would be. Well, the first thing that came to mind for me was Japanese, simply because her name is Kawaii Chan, and that's a Japanese word. So that's what I went for. I wasn't sure exactly what to go for, because I'm not sure if she is like that, because her race is actually, what was it, Mayfwa? I don't remember exactly how to pronounce it. It was the cat people. the cat people in Aphmau, that's her race. So I'm not sure what they look like in person because they're I said Roblox. Minecraft characters. Same difference, right? But they're Minecraft characters, so I'm not sure what they would look like in person. So I just kind of like guess maybe she'd be Japanese, I guess, because her name is Japanese. I don't know. I just went with what I thought. If that makes no sense and it really breaks all the lore, please do let me know in the comments. But I had so much fun with this. I made her hair a little bit darker than the actual tone of her hair because I wanted to look really natural. And like, even though I was going for a very cartoony realism sort of style, I still wanted to make the colors look a little bit more toned down, though I'm pretty sure I decided not to go with that very much because I started making her sweatshirt and stuff like really brightish blues, and it wasn't supposed to be that way. Oh, by the way, you're probably wondering why she's wearing a gray sweatshirt thingy. That's because I wanted her to be wearing Zane's shirt because I thought that would be super cute. So that's what I went for because she's right now shipped with Zane and they're like in a relationship and all that. So I thought that would be like super adorable to have her wearing Zane's shirt, and that's what I went for. I hope it looks okay because it started not looking like Zane's shirt the longer I go. I kept like shading, I kept adding more weird colors for shading because like I said, I always go overboard with coloring and overboard with like things that would be like, oh, that's so imaginative, that's so strange, so I always just do it. I never question if it's a good idea. I'm just like, it sounds fun at the time, so that's what I do. I mean, and that's why I don't ever get burnt out with drawing on YouTube, is because I always do what's fun. I mean, sure, I do commissions, but commissions are so much fun to me. Even though they're like a guaranteed drawing, it's so much fun to draw commissions for people because you get to see what their characters are like, especially when they give you so much freedom and stuff like that. It's just like, it's so much fun. I really adore it. But yeah, I mean, most things I do, I just pick out what my favorites are. Like when I'm picking OCs, I'm just like picking out whatever looks like fun to draw, and like, well, it's fun to draw, so I might as well pick that because I don't want to burn myself out and then not want to do any videos ever again. So that's probably the best way to go about it. Like you can see here, the sweatshirt is incredibly blue now. It wasn't supposed to be, it was supposed to be gray. Oh, the featured artist today is, I can't read that, I don't have glasses, 𝐏𝐫𝐸. If I read that entirely wrong, that's because I have no glasses and I'm too far away. But anyway, their art is gorgeous. I love the way they color and their super cute style where they have like the bigger heads, the tiny, tiny little waist, and they're just so tiny. It's so cute. And I really love that art style, and I featured them a while ago because I really liked it. So if you guys want to follow them and check out their art, I'll put a link in the description. As you can tell, my shading is getting even more crazy as I go. I swear I get bored. I get bored whenever I'm trying to draw something and make it look natural. And I start doing crazy eye bleed colors. That's just what I do. I can't stop myself. You guys always mention it. You're like, why are the colors so neon and crazy and it hurts my eyes to look at it? Well, that's because that's just what I like doing. Whenever I'm drawing, I have fun with that. I love adding crazy colors, even though I was supposed to be aiming for realism. Well, not realism entirely. I decided to aim for like a cartoony, really quick realism. But even though I'm aiming for that, I still can't stop myself from just doing crazy colors and just going with it. But I guess I shouldn't have to stop myself. I mean, I have fun with it, right? That's what's important. I mean, I suppose. Don't hate me. I just have a lot of fun with this. I wanted to do Kawaii Chan because I drew her a while ago as anime, and I also gender bent her a while ago. But I wanted to draw her in this style too because it just sounded like so much fun because she has the pink hair and she has the cat ears, and it just sounded like a big challenge. I mean, there's a lot of other characters I could do as well. You guys have to let me know if this is fun or if you like this idea or if you have future ideas of things I could do. And if you like this video, also leave a comment and let me know, and let me know ideas that you guys have because I'm honestly really curious because you guys always have so many cool ideas, and you guys always have like, you always are scared to spoil things about Aphmau's videos in the comments. I always find that so funny. I mean, I'm not completely up to date. I did see some of the new episodes though, so I don't know. I'm trying my best. I'm just so busy. I'm trying to watch it as much as I can, but I feel like I never can. It's terrible. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching.